Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Baxter's Blades. And this is another episode of One More Barlow, One More Beer. That's right. I'm not even going to keep track of episodes any longer because, frankly, I don't think anybody cares. They just want to see a Barlow. That's right, another Barlow. Yes, this is a Rough Rider. The beer of today is a bottled beer. Holy cow. It is limited release. Sunny Citra IPA by Deschutes. They call it an IPA, but it's 5%, so I call it a mild PA. So I will put it in a cozy. I will crack it open and get it out of the way so I don't spill it on this Rough Rider Barlow, of course. Opening it with the Baron Sun beer tender. What else would you open it with? A Swiss Army knife? Please. Beer break. That's a good one. So today we are looking at a Rough Rider White Bone Barlow. Now these are an old Rough Rider pattern, but this is a new release of it. I think it might be like another edition. Second release, third release. It is RR198. 440 razor sharp steel made in China. Now, it's an old design because the older designs were like this. The pen blade was on the show side and the clip point was behind. A lot of people complain that it's hard to pull it out. If you have a fingernail, you can get in here. It's no problem. This is by far one of my favorite Rough Rider Barlows. Nice half stops, which they incorporated in the newer Barlows. And I'm trying to see that. This is RR2039. So it's interesting because of the blade configuration on this, and this is a newer, somewhat newer Rough Rider Barlow. The old ones used to have that blade configuration, and actually the pictures showed the pen blade on the show side and the clip on the other. Well, this is opposite. Now, Queen started off in the old way, and Queen China ended up going to this because it was more popular. So it's interesting that we have a Rough Rider 198. And like I said, they've been sold out forever. And I looked at Chicago Knife Works and they were on sale again. Now, the white bone has some spotting in it. Now, not quite as much as like Thrifty Knifty's. It's more of like a nice, smooth white bar of soap. But it has no half stops. It has the original Rough Rider tested sharp horseshoe stamp on the bolster, which is very cool. Good pull, good snap. Match strike pulls. And I think this was like in the $10 range. It looks like the stamp bolster is just on one side, obviously. Clean on the pile side. Single threaded bolster, nickel silver bolsters, nickel silver pins. Really cool that these Barlows, you don't really need to put a shield. If you put a stamp on the front bolster, I think it looks very classy, as Big E would call it. Now, blade centering, pin blade looks really good, but clip point is off to the pile side. It could be rubbing, but for a $10 Barlow, it's easily forgiven. It's not like I spent $75 for this. Back springs. Look at that. I held this up to the light and there was no light coming through it. Case, why can you not do that? I mean, handcrafted. I have a lot of Rough Riders that do have gaps in the back springs, and it's minor, and you can forgive it because they're so cheap. But when you get a back spring like that from a $10 knife, and Case can't do it with a $70-something knife, makes you wonder. But I do like to support American workers, American companies, Now, this is owned by Smoky Mountain Knife Works. It is an American company, but it is subbed out to China, which I have no issue buying Chinese knives. I'm a huge fan of Rosecraft blades. I do like Kaiser and other. So yeah, I just wanted to show this. No half stops, great snap, pretty decent fit and finish for a $10 white bone Barlow. Now, if you're not a fan of white bone and you're crafty, you can actually wipe the wax off of this and dye it yourself. You can dye them red, blue, green. My buddy Brad has done that, and they turn out really nice. I like white bone. It's very classic, for sure. I've thought about dyeing this orange. I have a few white bones that I want to test because I am a feller of the orange. You don't see very many orange Barlows out there. Rosecraft does have the bourbon bone, which is a fantastic orange in itself. Tim's School of Fish dyed a awesome knife and gave it to me, and it was sunburst, so it was like yellow, orange, and red, and purple. I'll get that for you, 1 second. So yeah, this is not a Barlow, but it's a single-bladed Perkin. Scanty grind. It's not a Barlow, but look at the dye job he did on it. Got some nice purple going into the red, into the orange, into the yellow. He did a fantastic job on this. Great gift by Tim's School of Fish. Thank you very much. I almost forgot I had this. Great sunburst color. I love the Fender sunburst. So anyhow, yes, Rough Ryder. They make a good Barlow. It's definitely a shape of its own. You can see it is shorter than the Baron Sun. Baron Sun does have this old blade configuration with long poles, and the blade cants down on this one. Now, the new Queens I have, the blade does not cant down as much. But these occasionally go on sale for $30 at Smoky Mountain Knife Work, and that's a great deal. I thought I was getting a great deal when I spent $40 for this. And beautiful amber bone. So yes, one more Barlow, one more beer. Almost forgot I had this. You know, I got it because it's $10 and it was back in stock. And they make great Barlows. And Barlows aren't for everybody. They can be a little chunky, but it makes it feel good in the hand. Great small carries, UK legal. A lot of heritage to these knives. Thank you for watching. One more Barlow, one more beer. You guys stay sharp, be kind, and take chances. Take care, y'all.